Today, my presentation is about emergence of novel coronavirus pandemics, global public health challenges, and it's one of the most challenging tasks us right now the world is experiencing. We have never seen such epidemics or pandemic in our lifetime. Even the history of human history never has seen such a pandemic in our lifetime. So this is why the topic is more relevant and more appropriate and more pertinent too. So overall, this topic, what we are going to discuss about this topic means, first we will see about the emergence of novel coronavirus. Novel means new. Coronavirus means the virus which caused the disease called COVID-19. So it is pandemic. Pandemic means the disease prevalence across all continents, in the sense of Australia, Asia, Europe, Africa, and America, almost all part of the world. And more than this disease is prevalent across the globe, more than 196 countries throughout the world. So, but to contain this disease, to prevent the disease, and there are many challenges are there existing. That is called global public health challenges. So, what are the challenges are there to control this disease, and what are the opportunities right now we do have to prevent, control the disease? This is what all about this presentation today, and this is the outline of my presentation. First, we are going to see what is COVID-19, what does it mean, and few operational definition, because in order to make you understand the upcoming slides, we need a small introduction about the definitions. Sometimes we will study about the history of pandemics, whether we are currently experiencing pandemic or already there was a pandemic, something like this we will see it. Then emergence of SARS-CoV-2. Emergence means appearance, okay? So appearance of the SARS. SARS means severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2. Okay. Then this coronavirus 2, how it affect the physiologically, psychologically, and socio-economically, and public health impacts on the human beings or the world population, how it is experienced these days. And we will be seeing. And afterwards, we are going to see about SARS-CoV-2 virus. It's a very detailed manner we are going to see about this one. And beside this one, we are going to see about the mode of transmission, how it will be transmitted from one person to another person. Because once if you understand the transmission, mode of transmission, then only we can be able to contain the disease. So that's why the mode of transmission, or particularly the epidemiologists, then clinical symptoms, what are the symptoms are there. If somebody is infected with the disease and we must to know the symptoms, this is very important. Then diagnostic tools, whether the person is infective or positive, or negative or positive, and it must be tested by some clinical testing. So that is known as diagnostic tools. Then, is there a day treatment? Because currently there is no treatment, but still, is there any other option to treat the COVID-19 patients? We will see what is the challenges are there in terms of treatment, and what are the opportunities also is there in terms of the treatment. And finally, we will be seeing about the containment strategies. Containment means how we are going to control or prevent the disease. This is what we are going to see all about this presentation. So now we will see this one. So this is the coronavirus, and probably you can see it on your screen, especially that yellow color. If you see this one, this yellow color, it's known as crown. You know, the prince and king and everyone will have this one called kiridam. So like that, it has something like this spine, like structure. So that's why the virus is known as coronavirus. Crown, similar. Crown means the one, okay? So this one. And this virus, this disease is caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. So it is caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome. Do you know the difference between syndrome and disease? Syndrome means it cannot be cured completely. That is why even if we take as HIV/AIDS, human immunovirus, AIDS means acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Syndrome means it cannot be completely cured. Syndrome means the disease cannot be cured completely. This is the meaning. So SARS-CoV-2. SARS-CoV-2 means coronavirus 2. That means coronavirus 1 also is existing. That is the problem. Okay. Why we are talking about this disease much more than any other diseases in the world? Why? The reason is it's highly transmittable. You need not make any social contact. Simply if somebody is adjoined you, nearby you, if he is infected, and we also will be infected. Need not any touching. If you see malaria, in malaria, the mosquito must bite. That mosquito also should be infected. Then only we can transmit the disease. Not only malaria, even chikungunya, dengue fever, yellow fever. The infected mosquito bite only, you will get the infection. Otherwise, you will not get it. But here is a entirely different scenario because it's almost airborne disease. Airborne means if somebody is infected nearby me, very near to me, this whole atmosphere is infected with the virus. So what happens without any touch or contact, and I will be infected. So this is why it's highly transmittable, and not only highly transmittable, it's highly pathogenic also. Pathogenic means it will cause enormous morbidity. Morbidity means suffering. Mortality means death. Okay, so it may cause enormous this one. That is why it is called pathogenic viral infection. It's a very dangerous one. And not only in India, even the rest of the world, throughout the world is the enormous burden of the disease. In the global population is facing enormous burden of the disease. So it is again, it's a major global challenge. And if you see this map, you can find it very easily. Here in this North America, you can see it in this brown color, maroon color. You can see it here. Here, this Italy, Spain, and all experiencing heavy mortality. And if you see on the other hand, Asia, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, you see Africa, here the number of deaths are very less. If you see this yellow color here, 1 to 9 death. That means out of 1 lakh people, only less than 10 cases are reported, this yellow color one. This one from 10 to 99 cases, sorry, 1 to 99 cases. Then here 10 to 99 cases. Then this one 100 to 199 cases. This is 200 and more cases are reported. This is the one. And moreover, as I always mentioned here, the infectious diseases, earlier cases before the pandemic, the infectious diseases are, it was highly vulnerable, only the developing countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Africa, like these poor countries is affected. But right now it is not the cases. But if you make it like this, if you take Indian health facilities infrastructure and American and European health infrastructure, they are much more comfortable. They are much more advanced than us. We have fragile healthcare system. Forget about India, just to consider about Africa, because I have been asked Africa more than 12 years or 13 years I have been there in many African countries. You may not imagine in your lifetime. There are hundreds, thousands of villages without any electricity, without any health facilities. If somebody wanted to reach from his village to hospital, nearly 12 kilometers, there is no road, no paved road. But in this way, we are Indians very much thankful to God. We have all the infrastructures. Okay, when we are comparing with the rest of the developed nation, that is called industrialized nation, like European countries and other parts of the world, if you see it, and we cannot match with this one. But still, the number of death, number of cases, number of suffering is less when compared with America, Europe, and Italian cases. Because irrespective of the capacities and capabilities of healthcare facilities, there are related huge number of mortalities and morbidities has been observed throughout the world. This is the case. So this is about the virus. This is a classification. It's not much more needed for you, but still I wanted to make small classifications here. So here, if it is taken here, this is coronavirus. This coronavirus so far until today, we have identified, recorded 7 viruses: 229E, OC43, NL63, HKU1, SARS, MERS, and novel coronaviruses. These novel coronaviruses further divided into 4 types. What are they? Alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. So these are some classification. It's not much more important in terms of this one. So there is a small video, and I think probably most of the people are new people. So let me play this video. I think this is a 5 minutes video. Just to watch, then we will continue our presentation. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. I think that that video might have given some idea about those are very much new to this subject, coronavirus. I hope it will be on. Okay. Anyway, as I mentioned already, the coronavirus is not a new phenomenon. It is a very old phenomenon for all of us, and it has been isolated and observed and isolated more than 7 viruses so far been accepted, identified. So it was isolated in the mid 1960s. So 1960s it was identified. So more than 7 coronaviruses has been observed so far until today. So this out of 7, if you see here, the first 4, HCCOC means human coronavirus. Nothing, please don't afraid of this name. HCOC means human coronavirus. Then this name 229, that is means genetic material. Okay. So what happened? The first two are known as common cold virus. We are getting common cold. So what happened? We will get it. So whether you take treatment or not, you take tablet or not, simply if you sleep, take rest, automatically disappear because they are not highly pathogenic. It will come and go automatically. The similar way, the other two also, the similar way. So what happened? But the remaining, the first four are not highly pathogenic, but the remaining three, MERS, SARS, and novel coronavirus. These three are highly pathogenic. The MERS means Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. Middle East means like Kuwait, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Sharjah, these places, these countries. Because these diseases are more associated with the camel. So wherever there are camels, this disease can be found more. And you can ask me, why only in the Middle East? What happened in Rajasthan? In India and Rajasthan, we have camel. Why there is no disease? Because the people will go to the major cities, not inside the desert or villages. So acquiring infection is very, very less. That's why the disease is only in small pockets or small isolated phenomenon. Okay, and it was happened in 2013 or 2011, 2012 and 2013. And SARS, it was a big outbreak, but when compared with the coronavirus, this is called coronavirus number 1. When compared with this coronavirus 2, this is not highly pathogenic. It's pathogenic. Even it distributed more than 26 countries at that time. In 2003, 26 countries, but it caused only 774 deaths. But now in India alone, 1,700, more than 1,700 cases are reported due to coronavirus 2. This is the difference between this one, because this coronavirus is highly pathogenic. Okay. Now you can find it everywhere. Whenever the people say something about the coronavirus, they always used to say flattening the growth phase, flattening the curve. The people always used to discuss. What does it mean, this flattening the curves? Because as I mentioned here, coronavirus, there is no appropriate drugs or vaccines are not available. So what is there? Only there is no treatment. So what do? You have to prevent yourself. You have to prevent ourselves. Prevention and control only is the only possible measures. Okay. So if you see now here, this graph, this pink color is number of cases are reported. If there is no lockdown, if there is no social distancing, if there is no quarantine, the cases will go like this. But we have limited number of health facilities in terms of bed, nurses, doctors, and everything. So within a day, imagine, I am from Virudachalam, the town. It's a very small taluk level town. I imagine maybe we have 3 or 4 hospitals, private hospitals are there, and one government hospital is there. Maybe it may have 300 beds, maybe 100, 200 beds, that's all, not more than that. But imagine in a particular day, more than 2,000 cases. What we will do? We cannot do anything. This is why, because by considering the health facilities, availability of health facilities, the government of India, not only the government of India, across the globe, because we have learned from Italy, Spain, US. Because why we have learned from Italy, US, Spain? Because they are well-developed nations. They have very good infrastructure. I think you might have seen on social media and social media platform, there are beds, there are also hospitals, and they are unable to accommodate the patients. Finally, what they did, inside the park, they thrown the beds and people. And finally, in Italy, the final stages, those are above 60, they have denied the treatment. Because at least the young people, they want to protect the young people. So they said, so we don't have the beds, please go. That means what? Indirectly, we are denying the treatment. Only below 60, they have given the treatment. So such measures can be adopted. So that is why we have made a social distance and everything. Especially among India, Tamil Nadu done the very good, excellent job, except one or two phenomena. The number one is when they have lockdown announcement, then there was a Coimbatore bus stand, there is a big crowd and chavos. So that was the big one. And the very recent one, the Coimbatore market, vegetable markets. Otherwise, Tamil Nadu done according to WHO standard procedures. Even I was amazed because I am closely watching all the outgoing, the undergoing coronavirus outbreaks. So from that, I have the close contact with the WHO also. So whatever the WHO instruction is, and Tamil Nadu we are following. So in this way, we should be very much thankful to the government. So what happened? So based on the availability of the health facilities, so we have to minimize the number of the cases. How we will minimize the number of cases? Diagnostic testing. Diagnostic testing means just to diagnosis, making positive, negative. Okay, if it is positive, admit him in the hospital. If it is negative, ask him to stay in the house itself. That is why vidithiru, vilagiru, veetilu. This is the slogan. It was very famous these days. So this is why they have done it. Okay. Then isolation through the quarantine. So you have to isolate ourselves. This one. Then social distancing. So whenever, because human being is a social animal. So without others, we cannot survive. This is what the phenomenon. But still, we have to, during this pandemic period, and we should maintain the social distance. If you take me, I am an example for this one. I am here almost confined to 2.5 months. Only 3 or 4 times I went outside my house. It's not like India here. If you go there outside, really, I am not joking. I am not joking. I am telling the reality. If somebody break down the lockdown period here in Saudi Arabia, they made it Indian rupee 2 lakhs fine. Imagine how much we are living, 2 lakhs fine and 6 years imprisonment. They can put in jail if you break down the lockdown, if you break down the rules. But in India, it's not like that. I am going milk, I am going to buy vegetables, and they are roaming here and there. When I have seen the case in Tamil Nadu alone, more than 2 lakh cases are reported. The people are roaming here and there. So you should be avoided. Such a thing should be avoided. So maintaining the social distance is much more important, social distance. So this is the public health impact of these cases. I imagine throughout the world, more than 3 lakhs cases are reported and 2,60,000 people are died and 12,87,653 people are recovered from the infection. And this is throughout the world. But in case of India, more than 52,000 people cases are reported and 1,785 people died and 15,331. That means nearly 29% people are recovered. And if you see here, this is the only indicator that how we are performing, India is performing means, here you see the death rate. 6.7% people are dying, other part of the world. But in India, only 3.3%. That means and at least you should not be like that. You should be below 1. We should maintain such things. And the people, not only the policy makers, not only the government, and the people also must have the social responsibility. How to prevent, how to distance ourselves. Okay. If I have the cancer, it will affect only me. If I have the kidney failure, it will affect only me. But if I have the corona, it will not only affect me, my friends, my dear and near, my family, and everyone. So this is why we should be very much responsible for everything in order to avoid. So global economic impact. If you see here, India is around less than 1% of GDP. GDP means this is how GDP is an indicator, gross domestic productivity. So per year they will check this one. Based on that only they will identify. This is the indicator whether the country is growing or not growing. This is the indicator, economic growth of the nation. Not only India, in any part of the world. If you see here in India, less than 1%, 1 GDP, it will go down. This is what already more than $1 trillion, not billion, $1 trillion of business damaged, and more than many here. If you take it here in India, the cases now 2020. Now this is the growth rate. Now it is coming down until the pandemic is over. This is a temporary. Whatever I am showing here, it's a temporary measures. We don't know what will happen tomorrow or next month. Okay. So until then, but what we know, yes, there is a problem. It affecting all sections of the society. So it's undeniable. And beside this one, this economic impact, even some people are there predicting that India may go 30 years before how it was earlier. As you know, when we were around 20 years of old, 15 years old. So by the time how India, our villages and everything was there, the similar economic situation will be, we can experience the coming years. This is what the many economists are indicating that for us. Okay. So, and again, as I mentioned earlier, the emergence of or the pandemic of history of infectious disease is not a new phenomenon. It is not a new phenomenon for human history. Human history, if you take human history, people are, there is a theory, they are projecting that the world, the planet, Earth, is started nearly 500 million years ago. And the animals, plants, birds, and others, they have originated this planet more than 300 million years. What about human being? So there are different variations are there. People are suggesting in a different way. How they are suggesting means, some people are saying 3 million years, some people are saying 1 million years. 1 million means 10 lakh years. Imagine 10 lakh years. So at least we have some nearly some 3,000 or 4,000 years history we know. As a Tamilians, we know. You know, I don't know how much people are familiar. What's called the Tamil grammar literature, Tolkappiyam. The people are saying it's more than 5,600 years old. 5,600 years old. Now we have the calendar only for 2020. But the Tolkappiyam, the people are saying it's a predated history. Predated history. Not only Tolkappiyam. Tolkappiyam mentioned more than 56 textbooks. But we have never seen such a books in our lifetime. That means what happened? They have destroyed. But the name of the books are written in Tolkappiyam. Agathiyam. There is one book, it's called Agathiyam. And whatever we have now, Tolkappiyam is the oldest book we have right now. Okay. So that means we have the history, human history. We don't know whether 50,000 or 100,000 or what we can say, 1 million years we have, whether we survived or not, we don't know. But what we know right now, we know that these diseases are prevalent at least for some predated history. So the emergence of is not a new phenomenon. So almost all the diseases, they cause physio-psycho-socio-economic and public health impact in many parts of the world. Okay. So why it is like this? Means there are many factors that people are saying, many factors are there. The number one is uncontrolled populations. So population growth is the one of the most important phenomena. What about the population growth? If you see in India, a country like India, uncontrolled population, because you know, well, throughout the world, the mostly highly populated and thickly populated within a square kilometer, how many people are there? This is called. But as far as my knowledge and understanding, among the Indian cities, Calcutta is the one of the more thickly populated city. Forget about Tamil Nadu, then forget about Chennai. Imagine then Calcutta. So this is how. So what happened? Uncontrolled population and unplanned urbanization. Urbanization means the market, bus stand, and everything should be. That is why you see now. Now, in order to maintain the social distance, now almost all bus stands are converted into vegetable market. Why? Because the usual vegetable market is highly crowded and we cannot maintain the social distance. So that means still we have to go long way, because I have visited many countries and I have never seen such a crowd in my lifetime when what I am seeing in India. Even I born and brought up and educated from India. Now if I come to India, and really I am afraid sometimes. Going to the bank, long queue, going to the post office, long queue. If you visit other part of the world, it's not so cases, because we are highly this one. And now the recent data suggesting that within a 50 years, now Indian population is 1.2 billion, but within 50 years, our population will be doubled. Doubled means now 1.2 means maybe after 50 years, now 2070, imagine 2070, the Indian population will be 2.4 billion. Imagine that. How much it will be crowded. So we should maintain unplanned urbanization. We have to make it. So now this is the cases. Spain, Italy, and United States of America. These are the very rich countries, and they are highly affected by the pandemics. always you have to remember this one. Earlier, lot of people, just like in Africa, Asia, and other part of the world, many people will die because of infectious diseases. Infectious disease means the disease caused by infective agents like malaria, dengue fever, yellow fever, chikungunya. Like this, we will die. But Spain, Italy, US, they will never die because of this disease, because they have very good infrastructures, health facilities, and the lifestyle is entirely different. Their lifestyle is entirely different. So that is why the number of mortality and everything. But that people now is affected by the health associated diseases. That's called lifestyle associated disease, like cancer, diabetes, such kind of diseases that people are affected by such kind of disease. But there is an exception with COVID-19. So irrespective of the socio-economic status, irrespective of educational status, it infects almost all sections of the society. Whether it is a developed countries, developing countries, poor countries, no measures. And of course, when compared with the underdeveloped nation, developing nation, developed nations are suffering much more with the corona pandemic, COVID-2, than any other nations. This is the phenomenon. This one. So this is the definitions. So pandemic, epidemic means the disease transmissions occur throughout the year constantly. This is one. So outbreak means within a month, more than 5,000 cases. Next month, maybe only 2 cases. This is called outbreaks. Epidemics. Epidemic means only one particular geographical location, more cases. Just to take it, corona. Initially, it's only in China. China only. That is called epidemics. So what happened? Then it's traveled to other part of the world. Earlier only in China. Even in China also, only in Wuhan, the name of the place where the virus is originated. So only that place considered to be a potential threat. But that is called epidemic. Pandemic means the disease is prevalent or present across all continents. This COVID-19, it's present in 196 countries across the globe. Imagine, 196 countries. This is why. So these are the some of the history. I am saying history. 1980, there was a epidemic. This is called influenza epidemic, and you can find it very easily. 1980, and there more than around 50 to 100 million people are died in this particular epidemic. And imagine our Indian Tamil Nadu population itself 80 million. But here 100 million people are dying means this much people are dying. Imagine. And 1 in every 3 people on the planet is affected. Imagine. 1 in 3 on the planet. Planet means imagine the Earth planet. If there are 100 people means 35 people or 34 people are infected with this infection. Then this is before Christ. That means nearly 2,500 years back, there was a big pandemic was there, and it happened. This pandemic, it happened in Athens. I think you maybe remember. Athens means it is a very, very famous and very historical city in the human history, where the Olympic has been originated. Olympic only originated from the Athens only. Okay, and here again you can see 2/3 of the population died. Not infected, died. Died means what? Imagine. Means there are 100 people, means out of 100 people, 66 people are died. How much people are remain? 34% people are, 34 people are only survived. So that much of virulent and dangerous pandemic was there. And apart from this one, so there are many bacterial diseases, most of them plague. I want to tell you, plague is nothing but it's a bacterial disease. It's mainly transmitted by a small insect. It is known as flea, and usually it will infect the rat. That is why always the people is associated with this one. They will say rat. Eli, நம்ம ஊர்ல இருக்கிற அந்த எலி தான் அதனுடைய transmitters. Okay, this one. Then 11th century leprosy, and 13th century Black Death, and 14th century Columbian Exchange, and in 16th century Great Plague of almost entire lantern, which was vanished by this disease. So this is the one. Okay, so let us come to India. So cholera, because when we are grown up, small child, in our villages, we heard about cholera. So in 1817, so many people have died. 1817, so many millions of people died. Because imagine, 1817 means nearly 100 years back. Nearly 100 years back. We have never, maybe, no one can be witnessed such a people, this pandemic. But the one we have recorded, you can see it, this yellow color, this red color, almost Malaysia, Singapore, China, India, those days, Afghanistan, it went to up to Iraq. You can see it. This is Saudi Arabia, this one, even Saudi Arabia, this is Oman, this is the Oman, and this is Iran, Iraq, and almost the entire Middle East, some extent. It went to up to this one, and many people have died. Because now we have very good scientific knowledge and understanding, and we know how the disease transmits. That means if you know how the disease transmits, automatically you can adapt yourself. Just now you see pandemic COVID-19, and we know it's transmitted through air. If somebody is infected nearby you, you will infected means at least stay in the home. But at that time, no one knows how it is transmitted. Because you know very well, cholera. Cholera is a waterborne disease. Waterborne disease means the disease will be transmitted through the waters. Please 1 minute. The disease transmitted through the water is known as waterborne diseases. So here what happened, the cholera. So at the days, more than 100 years back, there was no drinking pipe water at this days. Even when I was a small child, at that time only the government was installing each and every villages this pipe for drinking purpose. Before that, there was nothing. So people used to get the water, fetch the water in the villages, a lake or pond, for cooking, for washing, for all the purpose they will use only this kind of water. That is why many people have died. This is the one. Then again, this is the pandemic. So plague pandemics. It was in 1960. It happened. More than 15 million. Again, this disease originated in China, and it moved to Hong Kong, from Hong Kong to India, and there more than 18 million people have died. 15 million people have died, and the disease was existing more than 5 years. Imagine, 1855 it started. 1960 up to 1960, there are cases here and there. That is called sporadic cases. Here and there, the people has observed. So similar way, we have to understand the things. In this way, we have to understand. So when the pandemic hit, we know. We don't know. Really, we don't know regarding the COVID-19. But I hope with the modern scientific technology and the tools and everything, and we can contain the disease very efficiently. There is no doubt at all. It's not like 100 years before. Now we are well advanced. Okay. So almost this one, HIV and AIDS. So almost everyone knows this term, human immunovirus, acute immunodeficiency syndrome. So it's 1987. And moreover, you know very well, as I mentioned already, the difference between syndrome and disease. Disease means the people will die because of the disease, and if you take a tablet and you will be negative. Syndrome means, syndrome in science, syndrome means it cannot be completely cured. It cannot be completely cured. Syndrome means cannot be cured. I can take a tablet, so it may prevent, it may manage, but it will not make negative. That is called syndromes. Okay. So especially what happened, this, not only this virus, even our coronavirus, those are immunocompromised people. That means immunity less people will be affected more than the highly immunity people. So, but the HIV virus also, it will go and infect the, diminish the or minimize the immunity level of the people, and finally, lot of opportunities infection will arise and people will die. This is the one. This is SARS. As I mentioned already, 26 countries. Again, it started from China, and 26 countries experienced the SARS. SARS means severe acute respiratory syndrome. More than 8,000 people are infected and 774 deaths. Imagine now, this SARS and now our COVID-19. India itself, more than 15,000 cases. Here 26 countries. Imagine 26 countries, only 8,000 people are infected. India alone, 1,774 people are infected. But here alone, 774 deaths are reported. So this is the things are there. So these are some of the major epidemics. 2003 SARS, 2009 H1N1, 2014 Ebola, 2015 Zika virus. These are some of the major epidemics. So now we are coming. Now the history of the coronavirus, history of the pandemic is over. Now again we are coming back to the recent coronavirus. Okay. So what happened? In December, last week of December, there are cluster of people, a group of people, some 20 or 30 people. They are a particular day admitted in one hospital in China. The city name is Wuhan. Wuhan, it is the capital city of Hubei province. Hubei province. So what happened? They were admitted with breathing difficulties, pneumonia-like symptoms. When the doctors went for diagnosis, they are unable to identify what could be the reason. So they are very much afraid and they sent the blood sample. And finally, later only the people come to know that this is because of the new virus. That is the new virus. So they have named it because the genetic material of the virus is almost similar to SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome. That virus similarity was there, more than 90%. That's why they made it SARS-CoV-2. CoV means coronavirus 2. Coronavirus 1 is SARS. Coronavirus 2. But what is the difference between that one and this one means it is highly pathogenic. Which one? Now, that one is mild pathogenic. That is why the number of cases, number of deaths, everything is less. So this is the beautiful city of the Wuhan. You can see it. This is the city where the virus was originated. This is the place. And this is the animal market. This is the animal market. The people are predicting that the virus, the coronavirus, might have originated, might have came to the population through this animal market. Some people ate this meat or something, you know very well, as I mentioned already. Chinese they are known to eat all animals, snake, cat, dog, monkey, whatever is available, they will eat. Why they are eating these people? These people are why they are eating means. The reason is very simple. In 1970, because when I read the history of China, I found that 1970, there was a big famine or பெரிய பஞ்சம் வந்துருச்சு. அப்போ lot of people are affected and people were dying, starving without food. So finally what happened, these people, they tend to eat whatever is available, rat, cat, dog and everything. Then only the government announced, okay, at least people going to die anyway without food. Let them eat something. Then afterwards what they did, they have legalized. They have approved, no problem. Dog, cat, whatever you like, you can eat. So what happened, when there was a famine means panjo, they ate. And finally, when even now they have become one of the richest country in the world. But what happened, they have adjusted, they have tasted the meat. So now they are even still, now they are practicing. So this is why the people are saying that this virus might have originated from this animal market. This is the what. So this is the animal market, and you can see it. This is dog, you know, this is dog. So these are not like that only, dog, cat, or put something and put all the masala items, masala, chili powder and everything, and they make it and simply you can take it and eat. That's all, finish it. Okay. But anyway, but the scientists are suspecting that this is the pat, this is the vowel. In the vowel in the virus originate ஆயிருக்கும்னு now the விஞ்ஞானிகள் சந்தேகப்படுறாங்க இதுல இருந்து தான். இப்போ now you can see this pat, this soup. Now this slide where I am giving the arrow mark, this is the soup, like chicken soup, mutton soup, vegetable soup, tomato soup. This is the pat soup. So what happened, maybe some person ate the infected pat soup, so through the soup he might have infected. This is the proposed theory, proposed hypothesis. Hypothesis means assumption. In the research also there is called hypothesis. Hypothesis means assumption. The assumptions can be proved or not proved, but how you will do it? How you will do it? Through the scientific, systematic, scientific research only you can identify. So now this is the way people are believing that maybe the virus might have originated from this market. So this is the Wuhan city after the lockdown period. So once the virus is originated, then they went to the lockdown. You know one thing, China went to lockdown 3 months, 90 days, and they have contained the disease. So this is the proposed hypothesis, how the virus would infect there. So this is the virus, this is the pad, as I mentioned, in the vowel தான். இந்த vowel soup இவர் குடிக்கிறாரு. So இவர்கிட்ட இருந்து somehow other direct or indirect contact, this person got the infection. So once the infected person, when he moved into the large gathering or crowd, and he's transmitted or spread the disease virus to them, then finally among these people, those are immunity level is very less. Because what we have observed in these cases, those are immunocompromised people, means immunity less people. Those are having less immunity, they are affected more. Those are having heart disease, myocardial infections, they are affected much. Those are having some other complication like diabetes or some kidney failure, kidney something, means if that people are exposed to this virus, they are highly susceptible. They are highly susceptible. So this is why maybe this person carried the virus in this crowd. In this crowd, there may be some people may have less immunity level. So what happened? They may be infected. Finally, they have been admitted in the hospital. This is the proposed hypothesis. Hypothesis means still not yet very clear where it is originated, but it could be like this. This is the perception of the scientist right now. So before going to this one, then stage 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 stages are there. And stage 1 is mostly imported cases like me, the people, because you know very well. In China, the disease was there. In India, there was no disease. In America, there was no disease. In Europe, there was no disease. UK, no disease. Pakistan, no disease. So what happened? If any person visited China and he come to India, that means that is stage number 1. Stage number 1. Okay. Then that from that person to another person. If I am coming to village, my native place. I am coming to my native place, Virudhachalam. Now, number 1. From me, if I give infection to some other people, that is stage number 2. Stage number to my family or my friends, only this much people, whoever I communicate, and I will spread the virus. This is stage number 2. Okay. Then stage number, so what happened up to our lockdown, up to that May 3rd, we were in stage 2. Now we move to stage 3. That means now you see, now in Virudhachalam or Kadalur districts is highly susceptible, because earlier it was only 230 cases, 40 cases, 20 cases, something were around. Now more than 160 cases are reported. These people came from Coimbatore vegetable market. So they were working there, because whenever you have a more social contact, you have the more probability to transmit the infections. So now we are India in now number 3 stage. So probably in the coming years, we don't know. Maybe we may, but already US, UK, Italy, Spain, these countries went to stage 4. Still we have not reached that level. I hope by God's grace, we will not reach that level. We should not also. Okay. So each and everyone have the responsibility, not only the government, not only the policy makers, not only the decision makers, not only the physician, even each and every individual must be responsible to prevent this disease. Okay. So in the history, so it is not a new phenomenon. So it is well known. So the recent pandemics, almost all continents are affected by the disease except Antarctica. Why Antarctica there is no disease? Because no human beings are there existing. And the lives and the temperature is not suitable for survival of human being. That is why it is empty land. So this is why, except Antarctica, all places are infected by this virus. Okay. This is a transmission, and you can see it here. The girl and boy, in between there is a space. So this space, what happened? There is no social contact, personal contact, but still the entire airface is filled with coronavirus. So what happened? So usually that is why it is highly transmittable. This is how it's transmitting. Okay. So this is, you can see it in this slide. The red color people, three people are there in this crowd. Only 3 people are infected. 3 people are infected. This infected person, if cough or sneeze, and he will spread the, that is why we are asking to wear mask when we are going outside. Because why, you can ask myself, you can ask yourself, why mask? Because our nose, eyes, and lips, this is very most sensitive part in our body. So the virus easily can easily penetrate, because always there is a liquid like a substance available. Liquid like substance are available. So what happened? The virus easily can penetrate into our system. That's why wear the mask. Wear the mask. It is very, very important, because if you see this person is sneezing or cough, so he is discharging the droplet. Droplet means the எச்சிலிருந்து வர்ற அந்த சின்ன சின்ன தூளுக்கு பேர் தான் droplets. Okay. Each and every droplet contain viruses. So what happened? The same droplet, if I have the mask, this droplet will come and it will prevent this one. What happens if I don't have mask? Directly when I go for the respiration, so the droplet will enter into my respiratory system. Finish. So I will be infected. Similarly, when I am using some mobile phone or something, I am infected. I am using mobile phone. If my friend is asking, please, I wanted to call somebody urgently. If I give mobile phone, so even the surface, whatever the surface I am touching, and that also will be infected. So we should be very much careful in this aspect. This is the way it transmits. So how do you avoid? Social distancing. But we never practice. We have to make it. We have to build a very civilized society. This lockdown period is for social distance, not to roaming here and there, to buy vegetables, to go this one. If there is no vegetable, please stay in home. Whatever is available, try to eat with it, this one. Please don't make any unnecessary visit outside the houses. This is the one. Okay, social distancing is more important. So what is the significance of social distancing? Imagine here day one, this is the person. Imagine this person, red color, he is infected person. So proper maintenance of social distancing maintained. So that means after 30 days, because of this person, due to this person, only 2.5%, only 3 people are infected. Only 3 people are infected. But on the other hand, there is no social distance. There is no social distance. So the same person, this person, within a month, a single person can infect more than 406 people. Just to imagine one person, infected person, while he is traveling in the bus, he get into the bus and get down means almost the whole bus is susceptible. We need not panic much, but we have to maintain that social distance, little bit awareness, wear mask, gloves, wash your hand. Please don't unnecessarily don't touch your nose, mouth, eyes, and everything. This is the most important things. Okay. So what are the symptoms are there? Fever, cough, shortness of breath, sore throat. Okay. So these are some of the symptoms of the disease. So I have classified the symptoms into 3 categories: common symptom, less common symptom, and severe cases. So respiratory symptom, fever, cough, shortness of breath, and breathing difficulties are common symptoms. What are the less common symptoms? Diarrhea, gastrointestinal, some stomach problems will arise. The most severe cases are pneumonia, that means breathing difficulties and everything will be there, and severe acute respiratory syndrome. So that's called as SARS, kidney failures. Sometimes it may lead to the death too. So this is the diagnosis. So as I mentioned already, diagnosis means to identify whether the person is positive or negative. To identify this one, the tool is known as diagnosis. The procedure is known as. So currently we have two kind of tests to confirm the person whether he is positive or negative. The number one is rapid kit test. You know, I think probably these days are very common, this term. Rapid means very fast. Nothing more than that. Rapid. R-A-P-I-D. Rapid means within short span of time. What happened? Within 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes by using this device. This is the device. So nothing. Just to take a drop of blood. If I wanted to check it, just to take a drop of blood and put it this device, this place. So what happened? There will be antigen antibody will be there. So there will be a small band will be there. So if there is a band, that means I am positive. If there is no burn, then I am negative. So this is the, but the sensitivity of this device is very minimal, maybe 30%, 40%. This is why in North India, maybe more than 2 weeks before, you might have heard, some people they are positive, but when tested with the rapid test, it shows negative because it is not that much level sensitive. The efficiency is not that much level. This is why the rapid test is not that much level one, but at least because it's very cheap. It's around 500 to 200, 200, 250 rupees, somewhere around 300 to 600 rupees. It's but like a pregnancy test for diabetes, now people are taking this kind of device. Maybe in the coming futures, once the coronavirus go, it will be available even much cheaper, even 100 rupees. 10 kids you can get it easily. But now all people are demanding, throughout the world demand. That's why there is a shortage of this device also. But the sensitivity is less. So this is the most appropriate test. This is known as PCR test or polymerase chain reaction test. So now it's cost around 4,500 rupees per test. Okay, it's nothing. It's very easy. This is also very easy test. There's nothing more complicated. Just you have to take a saliva from our throat or our mouth. They will take it some saliva and they will mix it with the buffer solution. Mix it, then the virus will be available. This saliva, because it is a respiratory disease. So that means here in this throat you will find the virus. So they will take it from this saliva and they will make it lyse. Lyse means dissolve, nothing more than that. Okay, buffer solution. Then there is a pipette. So then they will feed. This is a device called PCR device, real-time PCR. This is known as real-time PCR. Inside they will put it and they will go for the analysis. So from the analysis, we will identify whether the person is positive or negative. But this is called confirmatory test. Confirmatory test means if it is say negative means negative. It's not like a rapid test. Rapid test, even if it show negative, and you should not be confirmed. It's not confirmed. Sometimes there may be some failures, but here it is not so. It is one of the most accurate test, 99.9% accurate test, this PCR test, but it is very expensive. And that is why there is no other option, because to get the result, you have to wait a minimum 1 or 2 days. This is why the problem is with the PCR. But with the rapid test, within 30 minutes. But the sensitivity less, here sensitivity is more. But need not afraid much. As I mentioned earlier, once the corona outbreak go, even the PCR will come very less price. Maybe 500 rupees, you will get a very good test in the coming features. So, and moreover treatment. So clinically, clinically approved, there is no vaccine or treatments are not available. This is also one of the problem. But however, now people are using broad spectrum antiviral drugs. Broad spectrum means these kind of drugs can be used for many diseases. I don't know. Maybe the drugs always classified into 3 types. There may be in the world more than 100,000 types of drugs may be available. But all the drugs coming to them, only 3 classifications. What are they? Antipyretic. Antipyretic means it minimizes the temperature. Our paracetamol coming under the antipyretic. When the body temperature goes up, take this tablet. It will minimize the body temperature. That's all. This is antipyretic. Another one is antibiotics. Antibiotic means if you take this tablet, if any virus, any bacteria inside our body, so we will take this tablet will go and kill them. Okay. This is known as antibiotics. Ciprofloxacin, amoxicillin. These drugs are nothing but antibiotics. Okay. Then anti-analgesic. Anti-analgesic means swelling. When you something broken and our leg or something will be swollen much. Okay. These are the ones. So what happened? Here what we are doing, the person has the fever means they will give the paracetamol. That's all. This is called clinical management. Clinical management. So here this is not directly to kill the virus, but whatever symptoms are appear, to minimize the symptoms, the people are using this kind of drugs. Whatever is available, we are using. Currently we are using, I think maybe you might have seen, in Tamil Nadu, Tamil news channel I have seen, zinc tablet, 20 mg, you have to take it. And chloroquine, hydroxychloroquine. Chloroquine is an anti-drug for coronavirus. It is a drug for malaria more than 100 years, more than 300, 400 years. chloroquine tablet. It was a drug for malaria, but now we are using for this coronavirus because sometimes it may have some effect. That is why we are using. That is why even the Donald Trump requested our Prime Minister of India through Narendra Modi, in order to acquire the chloroquine tablets, and these tablets we are using these days. Okay. So this is about the antigen antibodies reactions. So this is the virus. This is the virus. This is the antibody. This is the inactivated virus. So when there is a foreign particle, this brown color one is a virus. So immediately when any foreign particle enter my body, this is any foreign particle. It may be a bacteria, it may be a virus, it may be a fungus. If it is enter my body, then it is called antigen. So once it's enter my body, immediately my body will trigger. It will increase my immunity. That trigger, it will generate another kind of immune system. That is known as antibody. Okay, that is known as antibody. So what happened here? Like this, again another one bacteria cell kind, and here this pink color. Okay, the pink color like angle colors. This one triangle colors, and they will come and they will demolish them. And here maybe in our +2, if you studied biology subject and +2, you might have saying WBC, RBC, Ratta Vellai Anukal, Ratta Sigappu Anukal, like that. RBC, WBC. WBC, there are many types are there. Phagocytosis, like this one is there. This is known as phagocytosis. Phagocytosis means what happened? If there is a virus come, this one, this image, this is the phagocyte, this is the virus. When it is come, it will go and eat like this. Make it like an envelope. And it will make an envelope and it will keep. That is why sometimes what happens, the people will get blistering. Blistering means ஒரு கட்டி மாதிரி வரும், சூடு கட்டி மாதிரி வரும். வந்துட்டு அதை அழுத்தும் போது ஒரு வெள்ளையா வரும், ஒரு white color material. That white color material is nothing but it may be a bacteria or it may be a virus. So what happened? This is the immune system. You know? So what happened? If any bacteria virus come, it will go and catch and eat, and it will make a binding like this. So when everything is over, then it will throw away. Okay, this is the mechanism. So this is called convalescent plasma therapy. And now that the government of Tamil Nadu is requesting the central government to practice these measures. Okay. So it is not a new phenomenon, as I mentioned earlier. It is not a new phenomenon. It's more than 100 years we are using this same kind of mechanism. And it's more than 100 years, more than 100 years. One scientist have identified this mechanism. I don't know whether you know him, Edward Jenner, and he has identified this kind of mechanism. And because how he has identified means, what's called tetanus, I think. Tetanus. Komari noin solvaanga namma ஊர்ல. Komari noy mari. Tetanus. This tetanus, what happened? He observed all people are infected, but one particular person not infected. He was surprised. Then finally, he come to know that he is raising some cattle and he is getting some milk. So that means he got the idea that the cow was infected with the tetanus, that Komari noy. So through which he got some level of immunity. This is his mechanism. This was his understanding. So finally he decided that, okay, let us try like this. What he did? Suppose I will make a simple mechanism here. This red color person is infected with COVID-19. So what happened? This person, because of his immunity level, or tablet, or treatment, he cured. Now you know very well. So there are people, now every day the government of Tamil Nadu sending many people. நிறைய பேர் குணப்படுத்திட்டாங்க, ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ல இருந்து அனுப்புறாங்க ஆம்புலன்ஸ்ல. So அவங்க தான் இந்த yellow green color people. That means earlier they had a coronavirus, but after the treatment, now they become non-infected. These green color people. When the corona people, infected people, red colors, this green color is infected person, because of the treatment or immunity level, he become non-infected. But what happened? How it become non-infected means because of his immunity level or something like this. What happened? If I am getting virus, I am infected with the coronavirus. So what happened? If my immunity is good, so I will be negative. So what happened? My blood circulation, that coronavirus once enter my body, it is known as antigen. To react against this antigen, my body generate another chemicals. This is known as antibody. Now I am cured. Cured means what happened? Inside my blood, the antibody circulating. Inside my body, antibody circulating. So what happened? This person, this green color person, now there is no disease, but his blood contain antibody. This antibody is nothing but just like vaccine. Imagine, it's a vaccine. It is a natural vaccine. Whatever we are getting a polio vaccine. Imagine the polio vaccine. We are giving polio vaccine for children under the age of 5 in order to eradicate polio. That means we are giving 2 or 3 drops. That 3 or 2 drops is nothing but polio virus. Imagine, it is a polio virus, but the virus is inactive. Inactive means they cannot cause disease, but it is a virus. It looks like virus, but it is not a virus. So what happened? The small children, they will give 2 or 3 drops of polio vaccine. This polio vaccine means nothing but it is a virus. So once this virus becomes enter into the child blood circulation, immediately the child body recognize that, oh, one polio virus came inside. We should do it something. So what happened? The body will synthesize or generate antibody. So, but what happened? There is no virus, but we are mimicking. Mimicking means we are acting that there is a virus. So what happened on the bodies? The child body is developed antibody. Now the child is protected. Now if any now the child is protected. Now antibody is there. If now real one polio virus coming to the same child means he will not be infected, because what happened? This antibody is ready. It will not take much time. Whenever the antigen enter into the body, immediately it will catch. So that's why the polio was eradicated. This is the mechanism. That is, the vaccine is developed in laboratory, but here in the body itself we are developing the vaccine. So the person become negative, and but his body contain, his blood circulation contain antibody. So what happened? What we are doing? Just we are taking his blood. We are taking his blood and isolate the serum. Serum means nothing but when you leave the blood for some times, the RBC, WBC, everything become solid. Above the solid, you will find the material, liquid-like material. This is not a serum. This serum contain antibody. So what the people did, they will take this serum and they will neutralize. If there's maybe some other virus may be there, so they will neutralize, and afterwards they will inject these people. The black person, there are 2 types are there. One is known as prophylactic and therapeutic. Prophylactic means like a vaccine. Now this person, there is no disease, but we can inject. That means what happened? There is no coronavirus in his body, the black person. There is no coronavirus, but we are injecting. Why? Because like the polio virus, the same mechanism, imagine. Oh, now this person body will think that, oh, one coronavirus came. So what happened? Immediately this body will generate antibody. So now the antibody is ready. When this person exposed to second time infection to the natural coronavirus, so he will be protected. This is known as prophylaxis. It's like a vaccine. Therapeutic means once the disease is present, so let us inject him now. So what happened? So now the China has revealed that we are using this mechanism, this convalescent plasma therapy mechanism, and it was very good, they have mentioned, but it's not clinically proved like our Siddha medicine. Siddha medicine, if you see our Tanigachalam, what Tanigachalam is saying, I can cure. Yes, but they cannot scientifically validate it. Yes, Siddha medicine is good, but we have to identify, we have to verify, we have to authenticate by scientific evidence. This is where lacking. So the same mechanism have been used in other parts of the world, Italy, Germany, Spain, and other parts of the world. So this is the containment strategies. So prevention of this one. So prevention and control, especially government mandate social distancing. That is why in our place 144 we have announced. So it's a social order to maintain the social distances. Then closing all educational institutions, all colleges, schools, and universities. Everything was closed, and shut down all business establishment. There is no shops and nothing. Everything. Then all the private and government organizations are closed. And then avoidance of mass gathering, especially in the religious places, mosques, churches, and temple, and everywhere. Because there, most of the time, the elderly people will go there and they are most vulnerable because their immunity level will be very much less. So that's why avoidance of mass gathering. Then border closures from the Kadalur to Pondicherry, there is no way. So this is the border closure between the districts, states, between Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and then between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, all the borders are closed. Even the countries also. Now there is no flight, so there is no transport at all. So everything is closed. Even now, our villages are breakdown. Our villages are breakdown in order to prevent the coronaviruses. Then self-isolation, quarantine. Quarantine means just to stay inside ourselves. Self-isolation means I am thinking that maybe I have small fever, cough or something, and I think maybe I am infected. So I am confined myself by my own willingness. This is known as self-isolation. Then scaling up testing, so especially diagnostic test. Then contact tracing. So once the person is infected, all the family members. That's why 5-kilometer circle, each and every street closed. This is called contact tracing. This is the contact tracing. You can find it here. This red color is infected person. This black non-infected. This blue unknown persons are there. Okay, this is the mechanism. This is the quarantine. So if anybody come from foreign land, foreign country, even for us, now they told us, even if I come to India, because now vacation is going to start, now they said that you have to stay 14 days. Maybe some hotels they may arrange. Somewhere they are planning to put all the foreigners. 14 days, they will make a first, they will go for test. If he is positive, directly he will send to the, if any person coming to India in Chennai, if somebody is coming from abroad, immediately they will check it in the airport itself. If somebody found positive, he will be directly sent to the hospital. If somebody is negative, though he is negative, they will not be allowed to go to the home. Directly, this person, they were planning to take them to some hotels or somewhere. They will isolate 14 days. Then afterwards only, after 14 days, there is no symptoms. Again, they will take a test and they found nothing. Then only they will allow them to go. This is called quarantine, self-quarantine. Tests are available. This is the one. In hospital, what are the things must be followed? The doctors, especially physician, you know very well. Now there are one doctors in Madras, Simon, Dr. Simon, and not only in Simon. It's the history of in the pandemic history. Many doctors they suffered a lot because at that time there was they don't have any idea how there is a transmit. So this is why many doctors are died because of this one. So whatever the things are there, the health facilities, the doctors must follow the strict personal protective equipments, medical mask usage, cover the nose and mouth, and maintaining the hand hygiene, use personal protective equipments, and safe waste management. If I am using a tissue paper or mask or gloves, and it must be disposed very properly. Okay, in the very standard manner you have to do it, and especially how you can protect yourself. Suspect yourself. Everyone is potential carrier. The problem is with coronavirus is the people are asymptomatic. Some people are they may have the disease, but they will never show the symptoms. So what to do? If one person is there is a typhoid fever is there, so you can identify easily. But it's not in the case of coronavirus, so you have to be very careful. Then environmental cleaning, but need not much more panic. But try to as much as possible maintain the social distance. Nothing more than that. Make as much as don't visit unnecessary outside the houses. Eat, sleep, read books, enjoy whatever you like. Just to enjoy. Please avoid going outside. This is the most important things we have to maintain during this lockdown periods. Okay. Then equipments and everything. So sometimes if I am going outside, there is no tissue paper, but still I feel that means you have to use like this, because in this way what happened? The droplet will be only my elbows. My elbows here, you can find it. This blue color one, elbow. So what happened? So no problem for the rest of the people. Otherwise, if I am doing in the open place, the entire space within my range, that is why they are telling the 6 feet, 2 meter distance should be there from one person to another person. So what happened? This 6 meters, 6 feet will be infected. So that's why we should be very careful. And sometimes when you are using the tissue paper, so use it tissue paper or kerchief, and don't use it again. And you have to dispose very proper manner. Okay. So if you are a traveler, wash your hand, avoid close contact, don't use any animals, don't play with them very much. And if you are feeling sick, just to go to the hospital and get advice. So this is for general population. So get updated information from internet or other sources, social media, Twitter, Facebook. But there are a lot of fake messages are coming. WhatsApp. Please don't believe it. Please don't believe it. Okay. Because I am Maladi, I am Dr. Maladi, like this, somebody will tell something, some nonsense stories. Please ignore such a messages. Just to verify it before you forward. Not only this message I am saying, all the social media users, we must be more responsible. So before forward to someone, just to verify whether the information is right or wrong, it is true or not, then you just to forward. Otherwise, simply you forward means simply you are propagating the rumors. Even during the initial stages of corona, some people will come. I am Dr. Maladi. I am Dr. Kumar. Something. Who is this Kumar? And whether he is really doctor, who knows? So this is the problem. It was occurred. So whenever you are using social media, be responsible. It is more important thing in our lifetimes. Okay. Then wash your hands. Use tissue papers. Don't touch. Avoid touching nose, eyes, mouth, and everything. Almost during this coronavirus period, don't touch. But while if it is necessary, touch. Unnecessarily, don't touch your nose, mouth, and everything. Okay, this is the one. And maintain the physical distancing. This again is one of the most important things. So physical distance means especially elderly people. In what happened in UK, those are elderly people. They are, since they have become more susceptible, they put them in a room, but there is an internet connection between his father, mother, and this one, so they can communicate each other easily, because this is how you can avoid the isolation. If you take me, I am here more than 2.5 months or 3 months lockdown in the kingdom, in Saudi Arabia. So only 3 times or 6 times I went outside to get some essential items. Otherwise, unnecessarily, I never go. But in between, I used to talk to my friends and families in order to avoid this isolation, this loneliness. So this is how you have to maintain. When you are going to the bank or other places, maintain the safe distance between the people. So this is the one of the measure. And thank you very much. I think it is a very long presentation and some people are unable to maybe concentrate, but still there is no other option. So thank you very much for your